Hi guys and welcome back to the Mighty Blues. My name is of course Cameron. It is the instant, not so instant match reaction to Leeds United 2, Everton 2 at Ellen Road. Rafa Benitez's Everton side coming away with a point in what was quite an electric game really, wasn't it? Very end to end. Obviously a high scoring game and a game that overall for me was slightly disappointing. Look, a point away at Ellen Road against a side like Leeds is a decent point, all things considered. You know, they were obviously playing in front of their fans for the first time since returning to Premier League football, and it was always bound to be a difficult afternoon. And to come away from that game with a point is, I think, a result that, you know, most Evertonians would have taken before the game. But it's certain things that happen in the game that sort of leave you feeling like it's more 2 points dropped rather than 1 point gained. Obviously, getting the lead twice and losing the lead is disappointing, but some of the chances that we created, in the game and didn't take are really disappointing as well. And we spoke, on yesterday about how Leeds will give you chances because defensively they're so open. They exert so much energy and so much going forward that they leave massive gaps defensively, and they will always give you chances. And it's not necessarily about whether you'll get the chances, it's about whether you'll be able to take the chances. And I feel like today there was 2 or 3 opportunities that Dominic Calvert-Lewin had. 2 big opportunities. One wasn't as big, but 2 big opportunities that if Dom scores, we run away with that game. And specifically, the one-on-one at 2-1 up. Everton had just scored the second goal. Demarai had scored, absolutely world-class finish. Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets slid in by Alex Iwobi, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and you're thinking, 60th minute, 65th minute, something like that. If you slot this and we go 3-1 up, I honestly think it goes 4-1, 5-1. I think Leeds just completely fall to bits and Everton run away with the game. But he misses, and it's those big key moments that you think, is that going to come back to bite us on the arse a little bit? And I feel like Everton, and we've known this for a while, but I feel like today showed it an awful lot as well. Everton are very much a momentum side. We can play really well when the momentum's on our side, but when it's against us, we make stupid mistakes. We give the ball away stupidly. We're not sacking men in midfield, and defensively we're making stupid mistakes as well. We can't seem to ever really control games for a sustained period of time. We have our moments where we look amazing, but you sort of know in those moments, if we don't create the chances, but not only create the chances, if we don't finish the chances we're creating in these moments, then when it sort of dries down and the opposition team get their bit of momentum and their bit of energy on this side, then are we gonna live to regret it? And ultimately today, we live to regret that one-on-one opportunity from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He had another one, a header, which you'd bet your house on him to score 9 times out of 10. He had one where the ball cut across the box and he had a shot, and the goalkeeper, I think it just hit the goalkeeper. He was lucky to save it, really. If it had been at either side of him, it'd have gone in. And that's what I mean by, a little bit of a disappointing feeling of sort of, a 2 points drop rather than a 1 point game. But look, all things considered, it was a good result against a difficult side. I thought Demarai Gray was absolutely excellent. Obviously getting his goal today, which was fantastic to see. Brilliant goal as well, by the way. Again, a little bit like Abdoulaye Doucouré's last week. Just when you think that, again, that the chance is gone because it sort of comes at him at a wrong angle. He takes a brilliant turn, lovely little step over and gets it underneath the defender's legs and just past the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was completely blindsided, I think, but it was an absolutely excellent finish. A celebration, not too great, but we'll let him off with that. The knee slide turned into sort of a somersault, really, didn't it? But oh well, we'll let him off with that. But no, fantastic goal. Obviously, Everton starting the game off. Again, very cagey affair. Leeds getting forward. The fans, the atmosphere obviously was electric, as you would expect. Like I said, Leeds' first game in front of a home crowd in the Premier League for what, 20, 25 years, something like that. 20 odd years, something like that. So you would have expected that, and obviously Everton break the deadlock by winning a penalty. I've watched it back since obviously the game. I was at the game, in case you can't tell by the croaky throat and the lack of any sort of voice. I watched it back after, obviously, and it's a blatant penalty. I don't really know what the defender's doing, to be honest with you. It's awful defending. He's just got all over Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Goes down, Dom obviously goes to VAR, and the referee gives the only decent decision he gave all afternoon. Really, for the rest of the game, I thought the referee was absolutely abysmal. He was handing yellow cards out to Everton players like they come on the back of cereal boxes, whereas a Leeds player could do what he liked and get away with it. Ragging shirts again. There was an argument that we should have had another couple of penalties or free kicks in dangerous areas from Leeds players ragging shirts and he weren't given, but he gave the penalty. Dominic Calvert-Lewin steps up and absolutely blasts it beyond the goalkeeper. Brilliant penalty, and it's 1-0 to Everton. You're thinking, right, okay, keep the lead now, get into half time, and you know, we'll go again in the second half. But of course, as was the case last week, as was the case against Manchester United in pre-season the week before, Everton are, you know, the victims of our own failure, really. And again, another silly defensive mistake by Michael Keane. It's a difficult ball for Michael Keane to have to deal with, but a Premier League centre-half has to deal with that situation. I feel like today, Yerry Mina got Michael Keane out of a lot of dangerous situations on a number of occasions. Yerry Mina was fantastic for me today. Again, threw himself in front of every single ball. He is a complete ball magnet, isn't he? Every time the ball comes anywhere near him, he's straight in there, he's straight on it. But again, a silly mistake by Michael Keane. Leeds counter, and it's 2-on-1, and ball gets slotted in. And yeah, it's 1-1, and all of a sudden the momentum switched. Their fans are all of a sudden, you know, again, the atmosphere in the away end for the entire game was amazing. It was fantastic to be there and to witness such an atmosphere with the songs and the screaming and the shouting. It was amazing. But the momentum did switch, and obviously Leeds again finished the second half strongly. Possession wise, yeah, we weren't great, were we? But it doesn't matter. Possession, if we'd have won that game 3-1, if Dominic Calvert-Lewin slots that chance, or 3-2 even, I wouldn't care about possession. But we go in at 1-1 at half time. Again, we come out in second half, 50th minute. Demarai Gray scores his goal, as we said before. An absolutely fantastic finish. Thought he was brilliant today. Thought Abdoulaye Doucouré and Alan were really solid as well. Alan picking the ball up and nicking it off Leeds players in the midfield, bringing us forward as well. Alan's forward play today I was really impressed with. He was picking it up and he was moving forward. He was beating players off, he was winning fouls, he was winning the ball back. Same with Abdoulaye Doucouré. He misplaced a couple of passes, okay, but for the most part he was getting forward, he was trying to create chances, he was trying to open the game up for us. I thought the pair of them in midfield were very good today, as was Demarai Gray, as we mentioned before. Demarai Gray gets the second goal, we go 2-1 up, and you're thinking, right, now we're going to have a period of momentum here. Kill the game off. Do what Manchester United done to them last week. You've got it to 1-1. They've had the little time. Get it to 2-1. And in that 10-15 minute period where Everton were on top, where we were having opportunity, Dominic Calvert-Lewin has an opportunity straight after. He then has the 1-on-1. He then has a header a little bit later on in the game. You're thinking, you've got to score these chances. Everton could have been 4-1 up, 5-1 up, before Rafinha rifles his goal into the back of the net, and we could have been, home and dry, plain sailing. But it wasn't to be. Obviously, as I said, the momentum sort of switched again. We didn't take the chances, when you are sort of sitting there in the stand, as you do in every game, thinking, oh my God, are we going to rue these chances? Are we going to rue, not putting them in the back of the net? And we do. Again, the momentum switches. Leeds go up the other end. Balls bouncing around in the box. There's a question for a handball. I've seen it again. Maybe last season it had been given, but probably not this season. Ball falls to Rafinha. And to be fair to Rafinha, he absolutely rifles it into the side of the net. Nothing Jordan Pickford can do. But it's disappointing because, again, Everton then see the game out. We get forward another couple of times. Seamus Coleman had an effort. Obviously, we brought on Andros Townsend, Fabian Delph at this point, Moise Keane, who just basically stood round and didn't look interested. But we had another chance towards the end of the game. Seamus Coleman with the ball on the edge of the box. You've got Richarlison in open space. You've got, I can't remember who was on the other side. I don't know whether it was Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Moise Keane come on at this point. And, he's on the edge of the box and he's having a shot from 25 yards with his weak foot. What's the point? It's those types of decisions that you look at, and yes, it's a good point, all things considered. Yes, it's a decent result. It's not the worst result. But it's those situations you look at and you think, if only we made a different decision, then we could have been coming away with all 3 points. But anyway, we see the game out and it ends 2-2. Not a bad point, all things considered. Difficult game, with the atmosphere and the circumstance. But it is a slight bit of disappointment from me because again, we've not won the game through our own sort of misdoings, really, through not taking the chances, through giving away a silly goal in the first half. But look, it is what it is. Like I said, obviously Moise Keane come on towards the end of the game, started the game on the bench. Basically just stood round, didn't he, really, and didn't do anything, didn't really look interested, didn't look like he wanted to chase the ball. Listen, we know he wants to leave, and that's fine. He wants to leave the football club. He doesn't want to be here. But put yourself about. You know, you were brought on with 5 minutes to go. He was faultless. If he'd have ran round for a bit, nobody could have said anything about him because he's faultless. You know, he hasn't really been given too much of a chance. He's come on with five minutes to go. But it's the lazy just waltzing around, not running for every ball, not throwing yourself about. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why he couldn't just show a little bit today, and he just didn't really look arsed, to be honest, which he probably isn't, but at least try and look bothered. Anyway, look, there you go. 2-2, not a bad result. Decent performance. Would have liked the 3 points, of course, but we'll go again next week. Big thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Sorry it's a little bit late, like I said, I've only just got home. Player ratings will be up very shortly as well, so look out for those. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you soon.